This Fabian Society paper looks at tax-free allowances, which we call shadow welfare. Tax allowances are the portion of everyone's earnings that don't get taxed through income tax and national insurance. And if the same amount of financial support was given to us by the government in cash, it would mount up to around £80 per week, which is more than you get through Social Security if you're out of work. The research we did looked at the change in the level of tax allowances and Social Security over the last 12 years. We also modelled the distributional impact of the government's tax allowance policies, and we asked people what they think. We did polling and a citizens' jury to see whether people understood that tax allowances and Social Security played similar roles and which they preferred in order to help people improve their living standards. The key finding of this analysis is that following the spring statement made by the Chancellor, the tax-free allowance system will be more generous than the basic Social Security payments for people out of work. Putting together what you get through national insurance and income tax, people will receive the equivalent of £80 per week in tax allowances, while the basic rate of universal credit is only £77 a week. At the Fabian Society, we're really worried that that is not fair when people on all sorts of incomes who have enough money to get by are receiving more money each week from the government than those on universal credit out of work who have nothing else to survive on. The recommendations in this report include calls for immediate action to transfer some of the resources from the tax allowance system to Social Security, but we also call for long-term reform that would eventually bring tax allowances and Social Security together into a single system. The paper also says we need a much more transparent process for making these decisions that really educates people about the similarities between support for living standards through tax allowances and Social Security, because we found that most people have no idea that different bits of government are playing very similar roles.